Yeah, so I was just saying I understand there could be circumstances where women need to work for the production of income for a household. There's no doubt about that. And by necessity, I think that good moms, of course, will do that. What I'm saying is that if they don't actually have to work, they don't have to. They're hedging their bets against their own future, thinking that it's possible that there could be a divorce, something like this. They want to fall back on some income or career that they have. Then they're prioritizing themselves over the future of their own children. And I think that that's, in many ways, despicable.
But I think my mom, I feel like the fact that she had a job not only made me realize that, I need to be ambitious and want a great career in the future as well, but then she also had the time to take care of me.
That's not possible.
Why is that not possible?
How many hours a week does your mom work?
It's probably the standard 8 to 5.
Okay, so she works 8 to 5, which means that she had to outsource your care from at least the hours of 8 to 5, right?
Okay, but when you say outsource, yes.
Somebody else besides her had to do it between the hours of 8 to 5, right?
Yes, so my grandma raised me from those hours that she wasn't home. Why is that
optimal? Why is that optimal as opposed to your own mother?
Because she is a great woman too that influenced my beliefs, and why can't that be optimal for somebody else to?
Was it necessary? Did she necessarily need to work in order to support you, or was it a choice that she made because she wanted the extra income?
I don't think. Well, she always told me this. I don't think she wanted to work because of the extra income, because quite frankly, we were okay financially. But
yeah, well then why was she prioritizing that over you? That's weird.
Because work gives you a sense of fulfillment in terms of
raising your own children.
But she did raise me.
So you want to work?
She didn't.
You want to work in the future so that you can provide the same example for your daughter?
You said your grandma raised you.
I think my mom worked, right? And she gave me, seeing her work and also being able to raise me and spend time with me.
She didn't raise you. She outsourced half of your raising to somebody else or more.
She did raise me. You're defining raising as a 100%.
So your grandma at least raised you from the hours of 9 to 5, right?
And she was a great influence on me. So that was optimal.
She wasn't. Not saying that your grandma wasn't a great influence, okay? I'm just saying that she outsourced your raising to a person who was not her from at least the hours of 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock, right?
But you're saying that what is optimal...
Can you answer my question before you ask me one?
Sorry. Could you repeat the question one more time?
Yeah. Your grandma raised you at least from the hours of 9 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the evening. Is that correct?
Correct.
So then somebody besides your mom was actually raising you between at least most of the block of the day.
Correct.
Okay, correct. So if that is the case, then I don't know what you're disputing with me. Saying that your grandma's a good person, I'm not disputing that. Grandma's probably awesome.
I understand that, but you're saying that not outsourcing is optimal.
Yes, that would have been optimal for you, correct.
But I think outsourcing was the optimal way to raise me, because...
Why? So you're saying that you would prefer to have had less time with your mother during your formative years?
I'm not saying I would have rather had less time, but I also...
So would you have rather had more time with your mother or less time with your mother?
I was happy the way I grew up, because...
Yeah, can you answer my question, though? Would you rather have less time with your mother in your formative years or more time with your mother in your formative years?
There's no less or more. I was happy with what I had.
So you can't answer my question, right? Because the answer is you'd rather have more time with your mother during your formative years, and you know it, right?
No, but I actually liked that my grandma raised me, because now I have an established relationship with my grandma that I wouldn't have had.
You would have had an established relationship with your grandma anyway.
What guarantees that? If she didn't raise me during those years... Your grandma wouldn't have come
and visited you because your mom stayed home with you, or what?
But I had a deeper connection with my grandma because I spent those
that's the problem, right? That's the bad thing. It's like that deeper connection aspect. When you say I have a deeper connection with grandma... I think
you're just taking it personally.
Than I have potentially with my own mother, right? So that's the thing that I'm disputing here. It's like, I'm not saying that your grandma's not a wonderful person and didn't do everything she could possibly do to raise you. I'm not saying anything like that at all. I'm just pointing out that if a woman is to prioritize outsourcing your care to somebody else, then it sounds like she's not prioritizing you. She's letting somebody else prioritize you, and I think that that's ultimately fairly selfish.
But you can prioritize multiple things. Why do you have to just
Yes,
pick
you
one in
can,
life?
but I think that a good mother prioritizes her children above all things.
I can see your perspective. I may not necessarily agree with it, but...
Yeah, I think that that's fair. Like, listen, I understand that people come from all different walks of life and have all sorts of contributing circumstances to how they were raised. I most certainly did. I had a stay-at-home dad rather than a stay-at-home mom because my father had multiple sclerosis. He couldn't work. So he stayed at home with me. And those are the best years of my life. He was a fantastic father, this type of thing. But always one of my parents was at home to take care of us. And the reason that was so important rather than outsourcing is because they valued us more than they valued any external gains. So that's just my perspective.
I see your perspective, and I can respect it.
You mentioned that because your mom worked, she was a figure there in terms of you saw her ambition. She, I suppose, wanted to instill ambition in you. Since we are talking about dating here, I always found this interesting because women are attracted to men who are ambitious, and then I think women tend to think that, well, I'm attracted to this in men, ergo there's a symmetry there in terms of what men certainly must find attractive in me or in women. Do you think that when it comes to finding a partner, your ambition or success or career goals will make you more attractive to men?
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
I don't think I am ambitious for men. I'm just ambitious.
That's not what I'm asking, though. You're ambitious for yourself, right?
I am.
Okay.
But you're saying,
money,
do you think
right?
it makes me more attractive?
Right, in the way that, for example, I think that for women, a man who's a doctor, just by simply virtue of him being a doctor, because of the status, because of the money that comes with it, he's going to just be deemed as a more attractive partner to women wholesale, whereas it's not clear to me if a woman who's a doctor, if that's going to be a substantial, that's going to be make men really attracted to her in the same way that a man who's a doctor is going to be really attractive to women.
Can I intrude for 1 second?
Well, I'll have her answer, but then I'll let you go ahead. So go ahead.
Yeah, I think me being ambitious makes me attractive.
To men?
To men.
How so?
Well, I guess it just kind of depends. I feel like I'm generalizing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that I'm hardworking and that I have goals. I think that's attractive. I think that's an attractive trait either way.
Your goals are related to your career, though, correct?
I mean, it can be any type of goals. It can be health goals. It can be career goals. It can be family goals.
Okay. What are your family goals? How many kids do you want?
I want 2, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know when you'd like to get married and have children by?
Probably
Do you want to get married?
I do.
Okay.
My late 20s, maybe
late 20s,
early 30s.
Early 30s? Okay. You had something on this?
Yeah, so I was thinking that men and what they do doesn't necessarily make us attracted to them. So I don't really think that it applies to us either.
What do you mean?
Them having such a high job, but let's say they're horrible people, we won't find them attractive. Them having not such a good job, but still good, but not being good people.
Let me ask you a question. Do you know who Chris Brown is?
Yeah, I do.
This man he's wealthy, very high status.
Yes.
He also has a history of alleged
Abuse,
domestic violence. Do you think he has a shortage of women who are attracted to him?
I think so. I'm not attracted
Really?
to him. Yeah.
Well, just because you're attracted, really?
Yes.
You realize there are women who pay thousands of dollars just to take a photograph with him?
I'm sure, but I don't think that's all women.
Sure, it's not all women, but you said, well, these men with a lot of status, but they're horrible, ergo this precludes them from having romantic or sexual interest from women.
As many.
It's clear, despite the mountains of news reporting, and look, I don't know the full details of the allegations towards Chris Brown. In any case, it does seem to be the narrative that he did attack Rihanna or whatever. and perhaps other women. I don't know all the details. So you would say he's a horrible person?
No, I would say that career and that statement that you made is not necessarily based on
what?
On men.
You think so?
I
Just to
think
be clear, your position is women do not find men with status attractive?
Not all, no.
Well, I'm not making like a totality claim. I'm not saying all women are going to prioritize this. Most will, though.
Okay,
I'd say the majority of women are going to find high status men attractive.
Sure. I wouldn't say all, but if you
virtue.
say some, then I would agree.
What percentage would you attribute this phenomenon to?
I would say 60%.
So a majority of women.
Sure, but not all.
Okay.
So that when you apply it to women, that's why I said.
What would be the reverse? So like men who are like seeking out high status women.
Right. When do they do that?
They don't.
Exactly.
Oh, so you agree with me?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right. Wait, so I'm confused.
I was just making a statement on like both sides.
Oh, okay. So you're saying not all women.
Right.
Sure, not all women, of course. Plenty of women date like average men or whatever.
Right.
But this does seem to be a more common phenomenon in women than it is in men.
Maybe.
Okay. All right. Let me see if there's any other chats here. We do have some, actually. We have to get through. We got 4, so I'll try to get through them. I saw is code for my 13-year-old friend told me something that they saw on John Wick, and I'm gullible. Chloe, do you want to respond to this when you're not, like, ripping your eye out?
I have a contact.
Nice. W. Contact. Do you wear one contact? Because you said you're blind.
Yeah, I only wear one contact.
Sweet.
Saves money.
You should just wear an eye patch.
I did for a while.
You would look good with an eye patch.
After my eye surgery, I wore a eye patch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Pirate jokes. Okay. Do you want to respond to Lil Paladins here?
I mean, I feel like we've gone over the topic enough.
All right, there it is. Okay, we have not a simp. He says, Sina, can you read these?
Oh my god, that goth baddie with the dark lipstick, not being sus, but I did anything to get surprised, pegged by her. Please, I want to be a victim so bad.
Bro. Dude, you gremlin.
What?
Do you want to respond, goth baddie?
Yeah, hit me up on IG and we'll figure out a time and day for that.
But it's a surprise.
We'll figure it out.
Would you actually peg a dude?
I mean, sure.
Have
Pegging
you?
a dude?
Have you done it?
I have done it. What are you gonna play?
Oh boy.
Excuse me?
All right. Wow.
Have you pegged a dude?
Show of hands. Who else? What?
Have you?
Have I pegged a
have you?
dude?
I mean, yeah. We're asking each other questions.
No, I have not pegged. Anybody here pegged a dude? Pause. You pegged a dude.
I have not.
You've definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody? Pegger? Ellen? Have you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm
Would you
spacing out.
break up with a guy if he was like your current guy that you're in love with or whatever? Would you, like, he was like, hey Ellen, would you do things in and around my anus? Would you break up with him?
I don't really like that question.
All right. Okay. Sorry. Here, earmuffs. All right.